Hi, I've never done this before, but I'm going to tell you guys a little about myself. My name is Raven. I am 19 years old. I have lived in Kentucky, well, Jackson, Kentucky, for most of my life. My father's name is Rick, and my mother's name is Justina. I'm going to tell you a little story about my life. It isn't the best, and it isn't the greatest. Well, okay, here it goes. um, Ever since I was a little girl, I've always wanted to become a singer. And I always loved singing. It brought joy to my heart. Well, my mother and my father just had me, and I have stepbrothers, well, half brothers and half sisters. And I have a stepbrother too. But I just want to do this because I want everyone to know me, for me, and not judge me, because I don't like people who judge. And who does? I mean, come on, who be for real. But right now, I was thinking about this, and I really wanted to do it. And I watched a video earlier, and it said, well, people always sit there and think about making a YouTube channel and a video and stuff like that, but they never really do it. Well, I wanted to do this, and I wanted to see what people thought about me. I know I'm not that pretty, and I know I'm not that cute, but it doesn't really matter to me what I look like, to be honest. I have a good personality. I mean, I'm a sensible person, and I do everything right the way I think I should do it. If I do it wrong, then I do it again. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. I am 5'3", 147 pounds. Yes, I'm a little chunky, but you know what? I don't care. Curves are lovely. This is my boyfriend always says. He's the sweetest thing ever. But today, I was going to tell you a little bit about how I believe. If you don't believe in God, then that's your choice. But I do. I believe that He put us all here for a reason. And that reason is you have to find out yourself pretty much, but I figured out my reason. My reason is to become a stronger person, and I have anxiety and I do have PTSD. Most people do, but most people you can't tell. But I had mine very well. I'm a very strong person, but sometimes I break down and cry every once in a while. Who doesn't? But I was just going to tell you guys that my life isn't simple. My life isn't the best. But I was going to do a little tutorial about, like girls doing videos about writing their life story on pieces of paper. Well, I didn't want you guys not to hear my voice. I'm going to tell you a story. People love to always look good, right? Right? They always like to look good. Well, I do too, but I always think I look horrible. Who doesn't? Most people think they look horrible all the time, but I don't think I look good at all. But it's okay. God made me the way I am, and I love the way I am because God made me this way. Okay. My life isn't that great. My mother and my father divorced when I was 1 year old. My father and my father and my stepmother were, my mother, I'm sorry guys, this is the first time I've ever done this. My mother and my stepfather, they were drunks all my life. I raised my little brothers. I have 3 little brothers, Timothy, Jordan, and Anthony. I raised them ever since I was a little girl, and this is very personal, but, I've had sexual encounters, and I'm not very open with telling people this, but I am today because I want people to know that I am not ashamed of myself or anything, because I know it wasn't my fault, and it's making me a better person, and who I am today is who I'm going to be a year or 2 from now, because I know that most people my age aren't very sensible, and they don't know how, the world works really, and I don't either yet, but I'm more sensible than they are. I had a best friend, and she just recently told me she was pregnant about 2 months ago, And then someone found out, and then she thought that I told them, but I didn't. And it really hurt my feelings. I mean, I really don't have any friends, and most people think, well, why don't you, you know? I'm just like, because I want real friends. I want true friends. I want friends that will stick up for me and believe me and not call me a liar. I want everything that everyone else has, but I can't. You know, I have to try harder. And I'm going to try harder. I've applied for at least 4 jobs, and I